Hello everyone, this is Professor J. Kim. Today we're going to create Instagram Reels, the video file using Adobe Photoshop, just like this. And also I'm going to make a link to the video tutorial of making mountain bike logo design using Adobe Illustrator as well. You can find the link in my description. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel, hit the like button, and set the alarm for my latest video. Then let's get started. Okay, so first please download these two files from the link I provided in my description. One is the mountain bike AI logo file. Another one is the Photoshop file. So Photoshop, that is this, and then the Illustrator file is this one. So please watch the how to make this type of a logo in Illustrator. So I made a link in my description anyway. So first I need to do something little more to make that kind of a better looking the video file. So as you can see, there are multiple elements on this. So what I'm going to do is first select all the black element in this half circle in this orange area. So tree, let me hold down the shift key, tree, mountain, and cloud, cloud, tree and tree. Okay, all of them, all black elements. And open the Pathfinder and unite it as a one shape. Then hold down the shift key, add the selection by clicking on this yellow, the orange half circle behind. So both are selected. And in your Pathfinder, minus front. So it looks the same, but the difference is, see, it is much simpler. Okay, now we're gonna do something. Let me make this lake, the water pond, maybe a little bit bigger. Okay, so first the thing is, please go to a Photoshop and create a new document because we're creating the Instagram Reels. So we're going to keep 9:16 ratio, which is 720 by 1280 or 1080 by 1920. Either one's fine. 1920. But I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. It really doesn't matter. 720 by 1280. 1280. 72 dpi, and then background color. Yeah, it really doesn't matter for now. So create it. So this is gonna be our kind of a background. So first the thing is, I'm gonna have this image as a background. So let me select all, Command A, and let me copy, Command C, and I'm gonna paste it, Command V. It is huge. So I'm gonna make it smaller. Choose your move tool and Command T or edit free transform, Command T. See, that is this big. So I'm gonna make it maybe about that size. And set the position maybe a little down here. Okay, looks okay, but I want to move this guy a little down, somewhere there. Okay, and this happens, so check your layers. See, so I'm gonna fill that top, the white space, with the trees. So select this space on the layer, go to edit menu, fill, and content aware. Okay, so it looks cool. Okay, now I'm ready. Now I'm going to import my logo layer by layer. So first, I don't need to keep my background layer anymore, so let me delete it. Okay, so back to Illustrator file. Back to Illustrator. So first, let me select this, the bottom one, the big gear shape, this one. Okay, so copy, Command C, back to Photoshop, and let me paste it, Command V. As pixels. Okay. Don't worry about the position for now, just hit the return. Okay, that is done. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. And the next one is this half circle, the mountain and the tree things in orange shape. Let me copy this back to Photoshop and paste it, Command V, and set the position and hit the return. Okay, looks good. Now back to Illustrator again. I'm gonna choose my mountain bike main sign. Copy this and back to Photoshop and paste it, Command V, pixels. Okay, so it looks good. I'm gonna move down a little bit here. Yep, it looks good. Hit the return key. Okay, then now back to Illustrator. I'm gonna have this water, pond or lake. Copy this back to Photoshop and paste it. Pixels. Let me move up. Hit the return. Looks good. And the next one, so I'm moving layer by layer. With the mountain. I forgot to create outlines. Let me copy this. And I'm back to my Photoshop. Paste it as pixels. Okay. And place it. And hit the return. I may want to move up a little bit. Okay, now the last item. The chain and the letter M. Let me copy this and back to Photoshop and paste it. Pixels. There we go. Okay, so my basic layout is done. Okay, looks good. Looks good. Then, but as you can see, it is kind of a little hard to see it because the background is complicated and a little bit dark, and my gear is dark. So what I'm gonna do is let me select my gear layer, double click. I'm gonna apply some outer glow, white outer glow. I think that should be good. It's okay. It's okay. And let me zoom out. I'm gonna select all the layers except the bottom layer. Let me move this up somewhere here. Okay. All right, so I'm ready to animate it. Okay, so it's gonna be pretty simple one. I'm not gonna have any catchphrase or motto or any slogan thing. So that's gonna be it. So first, before we animate it, I'm gonna convert each layer as a smart object because as a smart object we have more options. So select the layer one, hold down the control key, and click. I'm gonna convert to smart object. I'm gonna repeat it for each layer. Convert to smart object, convert to smart object, and you convert to smart object, and convert to smart object. Okay, and also let me rename each layer so I can tell which layer has which element. So bottom one, that's the background. So I'm going to rename it as a BG. And the layer number two, that's the gear shape. So let me rename it as a gear. And number three is, oh, I'm just going to rename it as mountains. And number four, that's some mountain bike. So MT bike. Number five, that's the lake. That one, feel the mountain. So I will just maybe a slogan. Slogan. The top one is a chain. Bicycle chain. Okay, so it looks good. Now, go to window menu, scroll down, you're going to see the timeline, and there are two options: create video timeline or frame animation. Please choose video timeline and click on this. That's the button. See, uh, when you hover your mouse cursor on this border, you see that mouse cursor changes to up and down arrows. I'm gonna move up so I can see all the timeline. Okay, and let me double click my hand tool. So this is what we have. So as you can see, by default, it will have 5-second animation. So we're gonna create here just a 5-second animation today. It's kind of a short one. So what I'm gonna do is first, let me hide my bottom layer. I'm gonna hide it so I can just focus on my logo animation first. So about that size. Okay, so first, select the gear, the first one. And then you see the drop down menu button here. And what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna move my time indicator to 15 frames second mark. You see that on the bottom left corner, 15. Then insert the first keyframe, transform keyframe by clicking on this stopwatch. See the yellow diamond or dot. Now rewind it back to the beginning. Then insert another second keyframe, which is the now actually first one. Then choose your move tool, free transform command T, and make it bigger. I'm holding down the option so I can keep the same center, just a little bit bigger. Okay, and let me rotate it. I don't know, about that much. And click on this check, and watch what happens. See, isn't it cool already? Okay, now I'm gonna have my time indicator the same 15 frames second mark here. Let me insert my opacity keyframe there. Now rewind it, insert the second keyframe, which is the first one, this opacity layer. Then in your layers panel, change the opacity value down to 0. So what's going to happen is it is fading in, rotating, and getting smaller. This happens. Okay. Looks good. Okay. So now I'm done. First, my gear layer is done. Now next one is my mountain. So I'm on 15 frames second mark here. I want to start my mountains, this yellow part, the orange part, from 15-second frame. So place your mouse cursor on, see that, on the edge? Then just drag it. So that's going to be a starting point. So at the beginning, I don't have that. See? Okay. Now, drop down menu. Let me insert the transform panel, transform keyframe first. And I'm going to move my time indicator 15 frames second more, which is 1 second mark here, and second keyframe by clicking this. Now, insert the opacity keyframe as well. And rewind it. Opacity keyframe. So departure and destination. So first, let me highlight the first transform keyframe, and I'm gonna use the free transform tool keycaps, command T. Place your mouse cursor on the corner, hold down the option and drag. Make it just a little bit smaller, not too much. And check or return. Also, on the first keyframe of the opacity layer, I'm going to change the opacity value down to 0 in your layers panel. So this happens. Fading in, getting smaller, spinning, and the mountain is getting bigger and fading in. That's cool. Nice. Okay. So now next step. I'm placing my time indicator on 1 second mark. Next one is my lake. No. Mountain bike, the text. Same thing. Let me place my mouse cursor in the edge and drag it so I can start from there. Drop down menu, transform, and opacity. I will do this way. And move your time indicator 15 frame second mark, which is 1 and 15. Here, you see that? And transform and opacity. So we have 2 keyframes per layer. So now rewind it. Select the transform first keyframe. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Command T, free transform option, and make it bigger. Maybe not too much. Okay, and check. And also opacity value, the first keyframe of this opacity keyframe, in your opacity layer value down to 0. So it's gonna be getting smaller and fading in. Nice. Okay, and next, the lake, this water, the blue one. Same way, I'm gonna reduce the timeline a little bit, like this. And drop down menu, transform and opacity. Now 2-second mark there. Insert another keyframe for each. Nice. Rewind it. Select the first keyframe of the transform. Excuse me, Command T. This time I'm going to make it a little bit smaller. So let me zoom in. Option and drag one corner about this size. And also highlighted the first opacity keyframe in your layers panel. Change the opacity value down to 0. So it is getting bigger and fading in. Let me zoom out. So this will happen so far. Nice. Now next one on 2-second mark. Let me scroll up. Slogan, fill the mountain. I'm gonna reduce like this. So we're creating some kind of a stairs. And drop down menu, transform and opacity, and 15 frame second mark, 20 of 15. Second keyframe on each, transform and opacity. Now select the first keyframe, first keyframe of this slogan here. Okay, Command T. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger this time. Option and drag. Check. And also opacity, first keyframe down to 0. So it's the same routine. See? Okay. Now the last one is the chain. I'm gonna move the beginning point by dragging up to this point. And drop down menu as a routine. Insert the transform and the opacity keyframe. Move the time indicator to 3-second mark. 3 second here. Then second keyframe on each. Now, first transform keyframe. Command T, free transform. I'm gonna make it slightly smaller. Okay, not too much. Also, changing the opacity value down to 0 on the first opacity keyframe. So that's it. So let me rewind, play. Is it nice? It's 5-second animation. Let me double click my hand tool so I can view the whole thing. And let me make my bottom layer visible. So watch. Play. Yeah, so it's not bad. Okay. Okay, I'm going to collapse each layer so I can save some space. Now it is okay, but I want to do something for my background image, the BG layer. Okay, so it looks okay so far. Okay, but the background doesn't do anything, so I want to do something. So let me rewind it. Rewind. Okay, and then open the drop down menu of your bezier layer. So this time what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have change some styles. So on my first keyframe, style, I'm gonna move my time indicator to somewhere like maybe somewhere in the middle, like here, and style, and the last style. So 3 keyframes. So maybe first keyframe, I'm gonna just leave it as it is. My second keyframe, highlight it. Now open the layers, and on the bottom layer, double click. You see the layer style. Now let me change it, apply something like a gradient overlay. I'm gonna choose maybe blues. Okay, it looks good. Or is that looks better. Okay, and watch. Play. Color changing. You see it? See? Okay, so it is pretty simple. If you want to have more keyframe, you can do that. Place your time indicator anywhere, insert a new style keyframe, then double click your layer and you can change it. You can apply different one. Here, let me change it. I'm gonna change my gradient overlay options, or let me apply color overlay on top of that. Oh, that's too much. I'm gonna change my color to like a reddish color. Oh, that's too red. And something like this. So watch. See? From the original, little reddish and darker and back to normal. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm ready to export as MP4 video file for the Instagram Reels or YouTube Shorts or the TikTok or anything. So now make sure, before we do that, make sure you open Media Encoder. So Media Encoder is supposed to be open like this. Now back to Photoshop. Go to File, Export, Render Video. I'm going to export it to my desktop. Choose it, and then the file's name, bike.mp4, using Adobe Media Encoder as a converter, and the format is H264, high quality, same as the dimension is the same. Then render. I think it is done. Let me check my desktop. Oh, I'm going to change the viewing option as a list, as a column. On my desktop, bike. There we go. It's much smoother, isn't it? Nice. Let me play again. Okay, so that's it. So I hope you enjoy this video, and then you can use this for your future project. Thanks for watching. See you next time.